Hi, this is Brian Barella with Campus Crusade and wanted to give you some quick tips on how to get your ministry noticed on Facebook. And there's been a lot of studies that have been done on what people do when they get on Facebook, and the average person logs in to Facebook, sees top news as the default, scans the first 2 or 3 posts, likes or comments on 1 or 2 of them, and then leaves or goes on to do other things online, and comes back and does the same thing over and over and over again. And actually, the studies have been shown that only 1 out of every 500 updates on average from a Facebook page make it to the top news section. So what determines what goes on top news? Well, first is how often or frequently you've interacted with that person. So if you've interacted with this person or a friend of that person, Facebook will take that into account. Second will be the number of likes and comments related to that post. So you can see that there was 5 comments and 1 like for this post, and it was only an hour ago. And so Facebook is guessing that because 5 of my friends have commented and 1 have liked it, and it was about an hour ago, that this would be something that would be really interesting for me to see. And then the third thing that Facebook takes into account is photos. So you can see the second story has 3 photos as an album. The third story has a photo. The fourth story is actually a post, but it has a photo in it. The fifth story is a photo upload. So right away you can see how Facebook tries to guess based on their algorithm what's important and send it to you, and they usually do a really good job. So what you can do obviously is leverage that information to make sure, or at least give your ministry updates the best chance to make it to the top news section. And this is really great because you can bring students into this process and be able to share some of the load of managing your online presence and getting people to notice you. So, for example, if you want to, the best way to get your post noticed is to lead with a photo. And so to do that, what I suggest is just uploading a photo. You select an image from your computer, and if you're doing an announcement, this could be a slide that you've already made for that. This could be a picture related to it. So if you're doing some sort of bonfire, you can upload a picture of a bonfire. It doesn't have to be amazing. You can go online, Google Image, find a picture of your own, upload that picture, and then what you want to do is say something about it. So, bonfire this Friday. Hope you can come. Like if you are coming. So again, this is setting your post up to be optimized for the top news section of Facebook. One, you'll have an image that's leading the update, so that's critical, and Facebook will give that some extra points, or what they have, the system is called an EdgeRank system. So that's one positive point. The second would be is that you're asking directly for people to like it. So you're setting the post up to be engaged with in the first place. And then third, you have the information related to the announcement that you're trying to do. And so what you would do is do all those sorts of things and click share once you upload the picture. One other thing that you could do is tag. So you can, let's just stop with that. So say you would hit share. Now what would happen, again, is that that post would go into people's news feed, and if someone saw it and saw this picture here, and it's, again, that was the update, and it said like this event, 2 or 3 of your students might click on like. What I like to do is actually, after I post an announcement, I go ahead and text 3 to 5 to 10 of my key students and ask them to go onto Facebook and like the status. So it takes me 2 seconds to text them. It takes them 2 seconds to get onto Facebook and like that newsfeed. And so what you're doing is you're just kind of giving that post a boost and setting it up again to get spread out and go be distributed as far as possible. So it's really critical to do that. The other thing, again, if you're posting and trying to get your updates into the top news feed, you need to pay attention to the time too. So Facebook, again, takes into consideration the time of the post. This was about an hour ago. This was 30 minutes ago. This was an hour ago. So you can see that if you're making an announcement for your weekly meeting or a Friday night social, you want to make that post around the time, within 1 to 3 hours, around the time of the actual event. If your event's on Friday and you post the update on Monday and say, don't forget to come to the bonfire on Friday, your post 1 is going to be buried, and 2 isn't going to last or be around long enough for people to see it and actually do something about it, like attend the bonfire, which is the goal in the first place. So be real careful and just think through strategically when you're posting these things, and again, who's liking and commenting. So those are some really basic tactics, but again, just to review, images are best to start with, and then commenting on the image with the actual announcement or update or message that you're trying to communicate, and then a clear, what they call a call to action. So literally ask for people to like or comment on the post. It really does help. It really makes a difference. People are just scanning their phones, and so if they're if they're online or if they're on their phone and it says like, it takes them 2 pushes of their thumb to like that, and just even 1 like or 1 comment on a post significantly increases its chance of making it to top news. So rather than thinking about how to make your Facebook page the best looking and the most updated as possible, instead think about, how do I get as many of my updates as possible into the top news section? And it's a backwards way of thinking about posting and updating things online, because people are used to updating websites and making their specific website look good. Well, Facebook is obviously set up not around a specific place there, but a news feed, a stream of information. And so you want your information to fit and to be set up for the stream, not for the specific place. And once you think about setting it up for the stream and not for your own place, you'll be able to get creative yourself and come up with different ways to get people to interact with your site, with your updates, and which leads to more people seeing it, which leads to more people coming to your events, which leads to a more effective ministry.